Okay, I started the stream, so we just gotta share.
And I got the new headphones wired in. Actually, they've been turned on for the last hour.
Start
Goddamn
sharing.
maps. Say again?
Start sharing. It's live.
Oh, okay. Rogery Dodgery.
At least it's supposed to be. Okay,
Home. Why is it always so hard for me to find us on here?
I don't know.
Ruddy heck.
Why?
I can never get it to. Come on, reload. All shows archive. Where are we? Live, finally. All the way down at the bottom. Click. Maybe. Come on. Thank you. Mute. Mute. Share Z. Share via Twitter.
Huh.
We be living. All right, that's one. Videos. Live it. Twitter. Mute. Mute. Share. I just did. Close. Share Z. I wonder why it is whenever I go here, I never get the option to share to everyone. I can only share via.
Not sure.
Arg. Like if I do Brad Staggs or one of the daily shows, it says share to everybody and it puts it on my Facebook page. Like if I do Brad Staggs.
What was that? Who's this guy?
Comment. Hello, room.
I don't know who this guy is, but
Which guy is?
who's this guy? If you're watching the show, tell me who you are. We're doing the show.
Too small, I can't see it.
Ah.
Rocky.
Can I please? I'm going nuts.
Or baby. Rocky, my dear, the screen is black.
What screen?
Just like my heart. Just like my heart.
Darn it. Hang on.
Honey, I'm waving really big.
I'm fixing it. Hang on.
Oh, hey, we're Schwartz on both sides of the world.
I am not having a good time with this today.
Whop it with the BFH.
Okay, why? I'm literally ready to just go
Are we still
nuts.
My internet connection's unstable. I don't want to hear that. I'm hardwired in. Better not be.
Okay, there. It's all fixed. Now let me finish.
All right, I'm still looking at on my computer. I know it takes a minute to catch up. Hey, we're on Facebook. Hi, everybody.
Sorry.
Hi, y'all.
I'll be
We haven't
done
even got to
sharing in a
music yet.
minute.
Hey, and we're back on. Rocky says she sees us now. Are you sure that's a good thing, honey? Hi, Rocky. Great show today, by the
Yeah, I
way,
don't know
dear.
if it's a good
I loved
thing.
it. It was a good one.
Which one?
Room 13. I was telling Rocky her show was good.
Oh, I thought you. I was like, which show? We had a good one.
Ooh, baby, blonde, brunette, or redhead. I'll take anything I get. I'm without for so long.
I think Lep needs to get laid. He's
okay. Volunteering?
He's turning into a little pervert. Did you hit Twitter?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna play the music.
I did.
You ready?
Play. Start us out, baby. Nope, I sure don't, Rocky.
Pete. Oh God, I'm having one of those
Happy
days.
Hanukkah. Hi, Sarah.
How's everybody doing?
Hola, buddy.
Hopefully better than me.
Hey, Belinda.
So how are you doing today, Lep?
Marvelous. Right on, Ruby.
Always marvelous.
I could be richer. Of course, I'm not.
Me and you both.
No.
Me and you both.
Hasn't been a bad day. I got Herbert's cage
what?
transferred over.
What?
Herbert, you know, my little Decatur brown snake that I caught out in the backyard.
I didn't think that you caught it, though. I thought you just kind of left it out there. You caught it? So you got a little tank or something you got?
Oh, yeah. I had him in a 10-gallon aquarium. Which he was had more than enough room to roam and travel.
What do you feed it?
Worms.
Huh?
He really likes those little red wiggler worms. They're real small. Of course,
really?
He's just a little old thing. He's about 11, 12 inches long, and he's not as big and round as a. Okay, remember when you were in first, second grade and you had that big blue horse leg pencils? No eraser, but
right.
You could
the big fat pencils. Yeah.
Right. Okay. He's about half again, how big and round that is. He's about half that size. He's a little bit bigger than a number 2 pencil, but he's not as big as about size your finger. He's a little tiny thing.
Okay.
But anyway, Petco, had aquariums on sale for half off. Well, poor little Herbert or Herberta, I'm not sure what gender it are.
I don't know how to tell, to be quite honest, until they actually spit out some more.
I don't know what it identifies as. Anyway, they had aquariums, like I say, half off sale. And he was in a 10-gallon. So I increased
in a 10-gallon hat or a 10-gallon drum? He wore a 10-gallon hat.
Yeah. Well, I increased his living space by 65 gallons.
Oh, okay. That's a big,
Yeah, they had a 75-gallon tank for $100. I went, oh, okay.
And he's just a brown snake.
Yeah, just a little Decatur brown snake. They grow 11 to 15 inches in length. They live for about 7 years in captivity. They're not exactly sure how long they live in the wild.
Will you ever have to feed it like little baby rats and stuff?
Oh gosh, no. He's not getting any bigger than what he is. He's full grown.
Oh.
Hey,
so we had a king snake. It was a sickle color cream snake, like the little
Right.
cream king snake, but he looked like a
Right.
creamsicle. And yeah, I
One
used
of
to
the
have to
yellow
feed.
ones.
Yeah, I had to feed it pinkies, like the little
Right.
pinky mice.
Little babies. Right.
hmm I
But
think
see, he was probably
she got probably 7 or 8 feet.
right.
Yeah, she was huge. And then she
Mm-hmm.
got loose, and we never found her. So.
Uh-oh. Yeah, see, little Herbert, he's not getting no bigger.
hmm
The vape cartridges, that screw on the batteries,
hmm
these things,
Yeah.
they're bigger than he is. He's
Oh
about the
wow.
size of the tip. He's just a tiny thing,
Huh. Interesting. Okay.
but a cute little thing. Yeah. So yeah, he went from the 10 to 65. He's got acreage and acreage. Oh, I faded out. I disappeared. I don't know why that does that. I have buku lights on.
Chris said
Should
somebody's
I do
struggling. I have no idea who's struggling. Hi,
who's
Sean.
struggling?
Hi, Sarah. Hi, Chris. Rocky over in the
MeWe's, I mean,
Yoo-hoo. Who else is
YouTubies.
in the Yoo-hoos? Belinda in the
Belinda's over there. Hi,
Yoo-hoos.
Belinda. She gets a daily hello every morning. Oh, there's Rocky. There's a bunch of yous.
Yeah. Share,
Speaking of
share, share.
hellos, of course. Um, Chris is not struggling. Good. Speaking of hellos, should I?
Yes, please do.
Okay, I shall. Good evening, my fellow Ain't You a Peachers. Happy Saturday. It's the 319th day with 47 still to go. Today is National Seatbelt Day. That encourages everyone to buckle up to save lives. No matter where you sit in a vehicle, except on the motor, wearing a seatbelt is proven to save lives. It's been 60 years since the invention of the 3-point seatbelt. Today is also National Family PJ Day. That's what we should have done. We should have worn our PJs and called it
I don't
PJs
wear
to the beach.
PJs.
Oh, all the better. I like that. Anyway, where there's PJ Family Day invites everyone of all ages to wear their favorite PJs for a party. Yeehaw! Whether we snuggle in for an extra sleep or binge watch our favorite television series, the day will be filled with family highlights, board games in our warm flannels, or pillow fights while wearing our best footy PJs. We'll create lasting memories. You have a favorite pair of PJs? How many have matching sets for everyone in the whole family? Set up the camera, take a family picture. Why not? Today is also National Pickle Day. Yum, love me some pickles. You can't make a sandwich without a layer of pickles. It recognizes the tart, sometimes sweet, and even spicy pickles. Every year on November 14th, pickle lovers pop open packs of their preferred preserved pickle. It may be a dill, a gherkin, a cornkin, a brine, a kosher, a dill, a Polish, a Hungarian, a lime, a bread and butter, a Swedish, a Danish, or a Kool-Aid pickle. Now, if they're making pickles out of Kool-Aid, I ain't doing it.
That
No
just
matter
sounds
what your
gross.
choice. It does. Eat
I'll
them
pass.
all day long. The term pickle comes from the Dutch word pickle, meaning brine. In the United States, the word typically refers to a pickled cucumber. However, just about any fruit or vegetable, unless you're in San Francisco, can be pickled. I guess if you drink enough, anybody can be pickled. Each year in the United States, 5,200,000 pounds of pickles are at every year. While pickles can be high
A
in
lot of pickles.
sodium, they are a good source of vitamin K. I always thought vitamin K was a drug, but okay. It's also National Spicy Guacamole Day. Ooh, I love me some guac. Good stuff. Originating with the Aztecs in Mexico. Gee, that's pretty much where the Aztecs came from. Guacamole is an avocado based sauce. Guacamole is made by mashing ripe avocados and then mixing in tomatoes, onions, garlic, lemon juice, chilies, maybe a little dollop of sour cream, or maybe a little bit of Miracle Whip to thin it out. Other seasonings are added. Jalapeno chilies, cumin, red peppers can be added to spice it up to make it more spicy. Got a question for you, sweetheart.
Okay.
What's the most dangerous thing in your freezer?
I don't know. I got a lot of dangerous things in my freezer.
Ices.
I need to clean my freezer out.
Yeah, ISIS is the worst one there is. But
Mm.
I know that one is really bad. That, my friends and family, conclude your evening. Hello.
Well, I have a couple of facts about the pickle.
Ooh, love me some
Um,
pickles.
yeah. Let's see here. Pickles are more popular now than ever, which you hit on that. Department of Agriculture says that the average American eats an average of 9 pounds of pickles a year. Across the U.S.,
Each person?
total per
Ooh.
year, if you average it out, the number of pickles eaten.
Wow.
Across the U.S., Michigan takes the crown when it comes to pickle production, producing 236,700 tons of pickles in 2016.
Wowzer.
Yeah.
That's a whole bunch of sour people.
I know, right? Pickles have played a role in ancient history. Cleopatra, the Queen of Egypt, supposedly credited her health and good looks to her love of pickles, and Roman General Julius Caesar was said to have fed pickles to his troops in the belief that they would make them stronger. Here's one for all of you that I know like to drink a lot. Pickles can beat a hangover. In Russia, a glass of pickle juice from a jar of gherkins is a traditional hangover cure. The idea is that the salty brine will lead you to drink more water, something the body needs when dehydrated. In other words, you drink the pickle juice, then you drink the water to get rid of the... I guess. Okay,
Seems
number
like
4.
Make you lose whatever was in your innards.
I guess so.
Sure.
Pickles are prepared in many ways. Okay, here we go. The Kool-Aid soaked pickle, known as a koolickle. It's a southern treat. Now, I've lived in the South my whole life and never heard of it. It originated in the Mississippi Delta. Oh, now we know who's responsible for it, Melissa.
Melissa, you did it.
It's easy to prepare. You cut the pickles into half. You soak them with sugar and Kool-Aid and refrigerate for a week to get the perfect summer snack. It just does not sound good to me. No. Okay,
okay, wait a minute. Reread that one for me, if you would. You cut
the pickle in half.
Oh, you take a pickle already. A dill pickle, a sweet pickle.
I'm assuming a dill pickle. I'm assuming you're going to cut it in half. You're going to soak it with sugar and Kool-Aid. It doesn't say to add water, so I'm assuming you just pour the sugar and the Kool-Aid on top. I'm not sure. And then you refrigerate it for a week.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Yeah, me either.
I mean, I love pickles, but I haven't been that drunk yet.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing it. Okay, this is the 5th one, and I've kind of heard this before, but kind of in passing. Pickles must bounce. It's a famous myth. In Connecticut, legend has that the state laws require that a pickle must bounce to legally be called a pickle. When the Connecticut State Library found that there are no laws that specifically state this, there are regulations in place that were started after a pair of pickle pockers, Sidney Spear and Moses Dexler, were arrested in 1948 for selling pickles that were unfit for human consumption. After their arrest, the Food and Drug Commissioner, Frederick Holcomb, told reporters that the best way to check for good pickles is to see if they bounce when dropped. Afterward, the state pickle bouncing regulation went into effect.
I volunteer to get my pickle bounced.
Y'all, somebody needs to take care of him because he is on a roll today.
Oh, my goodness gracious. That's funny. Hey, I keep fading out on the video. Whoa. Lose my headphones.
Yeah, it's your light and stuff. There you go. I see you now.
Yeah, but I keep fading in and out. I'm a ghosty.
When you go backwards.
I'll try and stay forward. Oh, nope. See, there I went again. I'm right here. Oh my gosh.
Oh, me.
Oh my. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Now, see, what's your favorite kind of pickle? Do you like bread and butter better? Do you like
Ah,
dill pickles? Do you like the spicy, big old
it's
kosher?
hard for me to choose between two, but the baby gherkins, I really like those because they're really sweet, and I love dill pickles. So I'm not really big on the ones with all the spices. You know,
Ooh,
they
the
put
hot
them in the
ones.
spices. I'm not,
I've had some Clausens that were like that were just
yeah, I just like plain old dill pickle or a baby gherkin.
yeah, those are good. Now, when I make a sandwich, I always put a layer of pickles on it.
Oh, I just eat them straight, like pull them out of the jar and just eat them. I
Well,
don't
yeah,
really like them.
the
I like pickles on my Chick-fil-A. Now that's different.
I don't know if I've ever eaten at Chick-fil-A.
Oh my gosh, what is wrong with you?
Well, there is one in Clarksville. I mean, there is one there, but it's really an awkward kind. It's over on the side, off the side of it. It's really not an easy place to get to.
Well, you need
And
to
I always
go
think about
have
it.
you
I
a
think about it
Chick-fil-A.
when I'm past it. Well,
Well,
when you
you
come
know
for a visit,
when you
when you
order
guys,
when you order a Chick-fil-A,
right,
it it automatically is the chickle. It's
the
the
chicken,
chicken,
okay.
a couple of pickles, and the bun. That's all that's on it. It's really
No
good.
mayo, no barbecue
Nothing. If
sauce,
you
no
want anything
lettuce,
on it, you
no.
have to order that extra. Like, they give you packets of mayonnaise or whatever to put on your chicken
So do they
sandwich.
make like when you go to where is it Waffle House, you get the taters loaded and scroted or scrotumed and scroted or something, whatever it is.
The only potatoes that they have are
No,
the
no, no. I mean,
waffle.
do they have a sandwich like that? Like,
Oh
what is
no,
it at?
not that I know of.
If memory serves right, In and Out Burger, you can get it animal style,
Mm-mm.
if I
Straight
remember
up
right. I
chicken.
could be wrong.
Straight up chicken.
So they're just a bun, meat, and a pickle. That's it.
That's it. I mean,
Unless
they
you
have
tell them,
like chicken nuggets, and they have where you can get a. It's not fried. The chicken sandwich isn't fried. It's
oh, grilled or
grilled. Yes, and you
right.
can get grilled chicken like nuggets also instead of fried. You can get
Hmm.
salads or as they do now. They got rid of the coleslaw. Now it's like a kale salad, something like that. So yeah, I mean,
Well,
but
I'll
it's
have to try it
basically
sometime. We'll
chicken.
come up for a visit. We'll go over there
Well,
and
I'm planning after all this COVID crap and the election is finished.
right. You'll make it. Not a problem.
Oh yeah,
Hi,
definitely.
Jan. There it is.
I see
Sugars.
you,
I was
Jen.
looking for my little heartsy thing, and when I scrolled down the YouTube whatchamacallits, I let go of it and it missed the thingy. There you go. My green heart signature. Hey, have you ever been to a school in France?
Can't say that I have.
They have well, I guess you could call it a slight problem. It's like a private kind of school thing. Oh, here,
Mm-hmm.
let me just read. We do have a picture too.
Yeah.
They had to put signs up around an elementary school in France. Put up a pair of posters outside their fence with an unusual request for parents. And the request: don't throw your late students over the closed gate. The Trilldale School in Avion, sorry, I can't get my nose high enough. Avion, put up signs outside his gate showing a cartoon of a parent sending a small child airborne to get over the fence. The text on the sign asks parents to not throw their children and instead wait for the gates to be opened at either 10 a.m. or 3 p.m. Principal Asana Mazine told La Provence that parents literally throw their children over the gate when they've arrived to find it closed. Mazine said there were only a few scattered incidents and no reported injuries, but there were enough tossed children to inspire the school to take action and post warning signs as a reminder. Don't chuck your kids over the fence. Now, if you're going to work and it's, like 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, and you have to be at work and you don't get off work until, who knows, 3 o'clock. Why would you wait until 3? Okay, here's my kid. Lock him up for the night. I'll be back tomorrow morning. Yeah, well, I don't get it. But I think it's
Mm.
funny. Here, let's just hurl the little bastard over the
Yeah,
fence.
I
Oh,
know,
Lord, my
right?
rat. Only in France where they send their child to work to school with a bounce. Yeah.
That is a scary thought, tossing your kid. Yeah, that's
Brings new
ah,
meaning to the term bouncing boy.
yeah. Yeah, that's not a good thing.
Nope.
So,
You
speaking
can't.
of schools
Yeah.
in Indiana, um a pair of teachers received a fright when a deer came crashing through the window into the classroom.
Oh my gosh.
Apparently, it was in Fort Wayne at Fort Wayne Community Schools, and
Oh,
they were
that's in
inside the
Indiana.
classroom at Black Hawk Middle School in Fort Wayne when the deer came crashing through the upper section of a window. No students were present at the time. Police and animal care and control personnel arrived on the scene and broke the bottom part of the glass to allow the deer to make its escape and run off. The school
Oh,
said
they
it
didn't take
took.
it to the cafeteria?
The
Venison burgers?
school said that it took about 1/2 hour to get the deer out of the classroom. The two teachers who were inside escaped uninjured. Uh, they said this is a new one. I think everybody is just like, this is 2020, so why wouldn't this happen? I have a picture of the
Oh,
deer
cool.
standing in the classroom. Hang
Oh,
on, just
standing on the grill? You
it's
have
standing
venison on the
it's
grill?
standing in the classroom.
Oh,
Yeah, just kind of like, what is this?
I thought maybe that was, PETA showing up. Isn't that what that stands for?
Oh, I'm
What's so really
surprised.
tasty?
I'm surprised. That deer is identifying as a child, and y'all need to give it a desk and teach it.
Teach it to be Ray Rotten. Ooh, that's what they used to have in Germany. Good stuff. Oh, well, at least it's got its nose in the corner,
Yeah, I
when it's
know it had
misbehaving.
it. Go stand in the corner until we figure out how we're gonna get you out.
It looks like it has antlers on it, so I think that's a little buck deer.
Yeah,
That thing would be good in somebody's freezer.
I know, right? Mine. I'd get rid of
Deer
all my
sausage.
nasty stuff that's in my freezer.
And what would you name a deer like that? Sausage. Delicious. Deer
Roast.
delicious.
Roast. Dear roast.
Delicious.
Come here,
Hey
dear
Matt, what's
roast.
up, brother? Hola.
Oh,
That's terrible.
I think it's pretty funny.
Probably it's very tasty too.
Oh, I love deer
Um,
meat.
well, speaking of critters, India has, I think, the best critter going, in my opinion. Well, I mean, either that, and they have video, so I mean,
Hmm.
and it's short. It's only
Yeah,
a
you know,
24
everybody says
second
video
video.
or it's not true. So,
Exactly. Um, Tawaller by Ra, India, where they talk like it's in India, I think, was caught on camera walking a full 10 meters on its hind legs. Hey, I can't do an Indian accent. Anyway. And so it begins, according to the New York Post, who says the 24-second clip came from a Triangle News. Sounds like it needs to be shaved. The bipedal beast was trained by locals to mimic their movements. Maybe that's true, or maybe this is just another sign of the ongoing apocalypse
hey,
that
it
is
is 2020.
2020. Oh, wait a minute. You said what? 2020? 2020.
I know, right? We need to make a scarier sound, though. scary.
Well, how about this is the one I really like. Yeah, Rusty was right. We this should be the one for 2020.
Yeah, it's a big failure, all right.
Exactly. You got the video, don't you?
Yeah, are
Or
you
did you already
ready?
played it and I was
Nope, I
sure, might as
haven't
well.
played it yet. I was going to let you finish the story. Here
Yeah.
is the video.
What do you guys think? Everybody out there in video land, check out this goat. If
That is
this
too
doesn't trip you
funny.
out, darn, I keep disappearing. I'm
That is
there,
just
I'm
too
not there.
funny. Oh my
I'm
gosh.
here, I'm there. There you go. I see it on
Um,
the tubes of you.
I think I've seen it all now. A goat walking. Yeah.
And now watch the guy driving by on the motorcycle and he goes,
I
"What, the fire truck?" And has to pivot his head back.
Oh my gosh. Let's
I think that's
see.
crazy.
We're going to do the woman, 102 years old, dubbed world oldest living curling player. 102
Ooh,
years old. British Columbia woman is
right.
now a Guinness Book of World Record holder after being confirmed as the oldest living curling player at age 102 years old and 37 days.
Wowzer. Now, let
Uh,
me ask you a question before you get crazy on the story.
okay.
You said she's in Bolivia?
No,
That's down south, like,
no, she's in
Burundi.
British Columbia. She is in
Oh, British Columbia. I'm
Vancouver.
sorry.
Vancouver.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I thought I heard you say she was down south. I'm going, wait a minute, they don't have snow down there. So, oh, okay.
No, no,
My
no,
error.
no.
Sorry.
Mm-mm. Let's see. Lola Holmes of Vancouver says she's the first. She first started curling a stone sliding game. Yeah, I guess all of y'all know what curling is, where you have the disc and you slide it across the ice. When she was 24 years old, and she took up the hobby again at 80. So I'm assuming between 24 and 80, she quit doing it. She said her tenure as a curling player nearly ended when she was diagnosed with carpal tunnel syndrome at 83. But
Oh,
she learned a technique known as a stick assisted curling that allowed her to continue to play the sport. She now
hmm.
plays the lead and curl position with the Vancouver Curling Club and the Ladies Seniors League. She says, I am in the game of curling to win. I love to win games with our teams. I am equally unhappy when I lose, she said. Holmes said she was excited to receive the Guinness Book of World Records title. She said she hoped her accomplishment will inspire other seniors to remain active in their later years. I have a picture of her.
Oh, cool.
She actually does not. I would never have guessed that she was 102. I mean, seriously, she looks very healthy
Well, she's been
for.
throwing the stones. I mean, you got to stay young when you're chucking stones.
Yeah, I only hope if I make it, which I don't know if I want to be here when I'm 102, but I hope that I look as young as she does. But yeah, I would have never guessed that she's 102.
Now,
Mm-mm.
Mikey says, have you ever been to Bone Spiel? Uh, it's a curling tournament, he says. He
Um,
does.
the
Oh,
only
cool. So I
time that
guess the
I
old
have
dog's been there.
The only time I've ever watched curling is on, when I've watched the Winter Olympics, because
The
they have the,
Olympics.
the curling on there. And, it's pretty interesting. Plus, I
I
think a
think, yeah,
while back,
Chuck,
didn't we do a story about curling or something a while back? I'm not sure. Maybe we did. I
we
don't
may
know.
have, yeah. I think curling's cool. I mean, chucking a rock down a frozen piece of ice,
Yeah.
scraping the dog bejeebies out of it. Yeah, there you go. An ice shuffleboard
Yeah, I
with a
mean, it's
broom.
kind of
Sure.
like, yeah, it's shuffleboard, but it's kind of also like, when you toss the rock and get it to bounce and stuff, it's kind of that whole, to see where you can get it the furthest. It's
Right.
and it has to
Kind of like
go
cornhole, but with
right.
rocks. Hey, world records are being broken
Mhm.
everywhere.
I
There's
know.
a Egyptian scuba diver.
Mhm.
Uh, They believe he has set a world record by remaining underwater for nearly 6 entire days.
Right.
Now, I know from diving that 30 foot of water or less, you don't get to bend. You can stay as long as you have an air supply.
Uh-huh.
How in now, I've been in the bathtub for, 30, 45 minutes after taking a shower and becoming all nice and clean, just soaking in the hot water, letting the muscles relax. I get out looking like a prune.
Oh
Could
God, I
you
know.
imagine
No.
staying submerged
No.
for almost 6 days? Goodness gracious. Let's see the guy's name, Saddam Al Kilani. Kilani, he sounds like he's a Muslim Irishman or something. Kilani from Cork. 29, plunged into the Red Sea off the Dubai coast and remained underwater for 145 hours and 30 minutes, surpassing his own 2017 personal best of 121 hours, as well as the current record of 142 hours, 47 minutes. The current world record was set by Sem Cadbury in Cyprus in 2016.
Uh-huh.
Al Kedani had originally planned to remain underwater for 150 hours, but the attempt was ended at 145 hours and 30 minutes due to concerns about his health. I think we have a short video of it. Al
Yeah.
Kiane, who previously made headlines when he and his fiancee, P. Alengor, held their engagement ceremony underwater in September and was supported in his world record attempt by a team of medical experts and fellow scuba divers. Video from the attempt and other documentation is being submitted to Guinness World Records for recognition as the world longest scuba dive.
Okay, here's the video.
That is unbelievable. Oh, they're hitting the
Sounds
bong.
like a bong.
Yeah, I'll hit it too.
So
Burble,
I'm
burble.
assuming that they took some um extra air, oxygen down,
Oh yeah, well, I
and
mean,
they switched tanks.
what? How did he eat? I mean, he's in a wetsuit. Um, okay. Every morning I wake up, I'm pretty regular. I have to
How
go
many
sit down
days?
and wait for a while.
How many days was it?
Almost 6 days.
Hmm. Unless they had
6 days.
IVs or something under the wetsuit. I don't know. I mean, how did they pee? How did they poo?
Exactly. I mean, what did he do? Just drop a flap in his wetsuit and hope
Mm.
he was facing down current? I don't
I
know.
don't know. We're gonna have to do some research on that. Yeah, we're gonna have to do some research, and we'll have to update everybody on the
That
next
is a
show.
some good points though, some valid points. Yeah. What the hell did he eat? I mean, he could have been on a seafood diet. He saw it swimming by, so he had it, and that was his diet. I don't
That
know.
is quite possible. Wanted to say hey to Mr. Mike Phillip from American Nook. He's in the chat, and Matt Harker, and over in the other one we have Timothy Radcliffe. I'm terrible
Sarah's
with names.
in, Jen's in there,
Ratcliffe.
Timmy's in there.
Timothy Ratcliffe. Um,
Right.
let's see. What do I want to do? Oh, okay. How about boy 10 becomes youngest to kayak the Grand Canyon?
Boy, we're staying sports
Um,
tonight.
yeah, I know. A Colorado fifth grader may have set a new world record when he kayaked all 280 miles of the Colorado River through the Grand Canyon. Bodie
Wowzer.
Halecki, or something like that. He's 10. His parents, Tommy and Polly Halecki, are both experienced kayakers, joined his parents and older siblings for the 280-mile trip through the Grand Canyon via the Colorado River.
Wow.
It was fun. I love the big waves, Brody told the TV station. That was sick. Bodie's parents said they have filed paperwork with the Guinness World Record to have him certified as the youngest kayaker to navigate the length of the Colorado River through the Grand Canyon. It was a pretty big deal. I just believed in him being able to make it all happen. And I felt that he had the skills, Tommy Hilke said. And that was it. There's a video, I think. Cool. Yeah, there's a video. Hang on, and I will whip that thing out.
The Red River, and we go about 2.5 to 5 miles in 8 hours ish, and that's only at a depth of 4.5 to 5 foot. The Colorado, that's a gnarly hair. You ever seen video of that? I mean, they got some white water in there, baby. That'll kill you if you want.
Oh yeah, it's pretty crazy. Well, here's the video. I gotta turn the sound back.
We go outside and we play and we're comfortable out there.
Are you such a proud papa?
The Hillikies are at home on the water.
Yeah, good job, Mom.
Polly is an advanced kayaker. Her husband, Tommy, races professionally. And all 4 boys grew up paddling.
The oldest one is not here. So this is Daniel. He's 13 and Dax is 11.
Last month, Bodie made history.
10 years old, youngest one ever.
The 5th grader is believed to be the youngest to navigate all 280 miles of the Colorado River through the Grand Canyon.
It was very fun. I loved the big waves.
The 18-day whitewater adventure had its share of ups and downs.
That's part of kayaking, is flipping over and being able to roll back up. I felt like our kids were totally prepared and well qualified to run those rapids.
Was there ever a point in time where maybe you thought, you know what, this isn't a whole lot of fun?
Oh, Budgie, hang on, Bud.
I think I liked it pretty much the whole time.
That was sick.
It's a pretty big deal, but I just believed in being able to make it all happen, and I felt that he had the skills.
It was great. I am thankful that we were able to do that with my entire family.
Reporting for 9 News, I'm Aaron Anderson.
Pretty interesting.
All right, here come the little duckies.
That kid's got bigger cojones than I got.
Yeah, I don't think I have the skills to go down there.
Hey, Sally. Hey, Lana. They're hanging out with Matt. And happy hour. Have one for us. I have a Mary's Monthly myself. And yes, Jen, I have the swizzle stick.
Oh, me.
Potato juice and tomato juice. Juices are good for the body. They're not?
No,
I like them.
Yeah. I'll drink some pickle juice.
Ooh, you know what? It's so funny. When I was at a family reunion in Colorado, the hotel I was staying at, I had to make me one, and the gal put pickle juice in it. And I went, oh my God, no wonder this thing tastes terrible.
Well, you remember,
and I argued with them.
You remember when we were at MojoCon, we had the pickle vodka, or I think it was pickle vodka, but me and Melissa and Christine did like shots of it. Tastes like pickle juice, but it was, yeah.
Oh, then you guys all went to the
No, we were sitting in on the casting couch, watching the morning Mojo. Yeah.
I wasn't privy to that one.
That was my early drinking. That's the only time I think I've ever early drank. Yeah, it was before noon.
Yeah, you can't drink all day if you don't start before noon. Which is true, you can't. I've got a story about money.
I like money.
Misplaced money? Forgot about money?
Oh,
oops.
Money? When you find it, it's really good.
Oh, most assuredly. A North Carolina man said he forgot about the scratch-off lottery tickets he bought before a trip to Colorado and ended up flying home with a $1 million winning ticket in his pocket.
I like that guy.
Yeeman Jones, what a name. Yahim, I guess. Yahim Jones of Creswell, what a name, told North Carolina education lottery officials he bought some scratch-offs from Mark's supermarket in Creswell, and just before departing on a trip to Denver. I bought the tickets before I left for Denver and just threw them in my book bag, Jones said. I flew all the way to Denver and with them and everything. I didn't even know I was a winner until, well, a couple of days later. Jones said he was cleaning out his bag before flying home when he rediscovered the forgotten tickets. I had a flight pass, my itinerary, my check bag, passes, and I see the tickets, he recalled. Jones scratched the tickets off and discovered one of them, a $10 Red Hot Riches ticket, was a $1 million top prize winner. The winner said he ended up flying home to North Carolina with the winning ticket in his pocket. He didn't take his hand out of his pocket. He said, not once the whole time. Jones said the prize money will help a lot, and the majority of it will go into savings and save and make money. Now, wouldn't that be nice? Just to, I
I don't have that kind of luck.
$1 million ticket.
Lost
Me
money.
either.
Lost money for me is, $1 to maybe $10 hidden in a pocket, $20 bill, something like that. I bought one or two of those big tickets, the $10, $20 tickets. I'm lucky I make
I'm
enough
too
to
cheap.
pay for the ticket. I mean, I haven't hit nothing big. Darn it.
I never have.
Yeah. But speaking of the lottery,
Mike Yehudi, what's up, buddy?
North Carolina couple numbers win lottery jackpot after 26 years. A North Carolina couple who's been using the same set of lottery numbers for 26 years learned the exact value of patience, $366,673. Terry Coggshall, something like that, of Durham, told North Carolina education lottery officials he and his wife have been dedicated players of the Cash 5 drawing, and they are committed to their numbers. These are my wife's numbers that we've been playing for 26 years. We started playing them in Florida when we lived there. He said he used those familiar numbers when he bought his Cash 5 ticket for Wednesday's drawing at the Harris Teeter store in Chapel Hill. Said his wife was watching TV on Wednesday when the numbers were announced. I was in the lazy boy as she was standing there watching, he said, and she started screaming. She goes, I won! And I go, what? And the couple said they had gotten close to a few times, but Wednesday's $366,673 prize is the first jackpot they've won with their lucky numbers. We never really thought that we'd get all of that, the man said. I can't wait to see my wife's face when she looks at the check. Cog, whatever his name is, said the jackpot will allow the pair to live more comfortably. It takes a lot of stress off, and it'll be a good amount to put away to help with retirement. Yeah, I don't have that kind of luck.
No, nor do I. That seems like North Carolina seems like to be a place to play the lottery. $1 million scratch-off ticket.
I know.
$300,000. Of course, now that couple, I figured up if they bought and I asked Google, the little box here in the corner, when they do the Cash 5, and she says they do it every day. So you figured if they spent $5 per ticket, which is pretty much the average, right, that people spend on a lottery ticket, $5 for the last, 26 years that they played it? 36 years?
Something 26? Like that, yeah.
Right. Came to $74,770 that they spent playing the lottery.
Yeah.
But you figure they basically picked up $100,000 for playing. So, that's not bad.
But at the same time, you don't know how much money they've won, small amounts, throughout that time that weren't the big numbers, but were enough numbers to get them something, which may have
free ticket, maybe,
right, that may have made up for some of the money that they spent. So right. I'm sure during that time they've won quite a bit, because I've won $5 or $10, something like that, just small little rinky-dink amounts, but yeah, nothing big. And then I wonder if the thing, because I noticed that Timothy said that the IRS would take half of that. I wonder if
Mhm.
that's how much they're getting, or if they were just saying how much the end amount
The
that they were
cash 5
receiving
paid.
was. Yeah, because you would think it would be in the millions that if it was a jackpot. So
Well,
I don't know if
cash
that's
5, I don't know, unless it's an ongoing uh, drawing. Hey, Google,
yeah.
how much is the cash 5 payout in North Carolina? Information from the web. Okay, the jackpot is pari-mutuel, so it adds up, I'm guessing.
Hmm.
So it had built itself up to 300K
Oh,
when they
okay.
hit it, I'm guessing. Or it goes by however many tickets they sell. I don't understand. Hey, Google, what does the term pari-mutuel mean when with regards to lottery tickets? According to the web, ah, that's what I figured. The pool is made by the number of bets. So if only two people played for the pick 5 that day and you won the grand total, you would only get, two bodies worth.
Right.
But if 250,000 people played that day, you'd get your cut of obviously $300,000 worth. So,
Well, for me,
yeah,
I would take that anyway. I mean, that's a lot for me. That would pay off all my debt and put money in the bank, maybe a little bit
I'm only
invested.
56 in the hole. Of course, now I would like to win. Oh, say if I could hit for a million and clear 600,000,
Yeah.
that would be good. 50 to pay off this house, 50
Yeah.
to move with, and 500 to buy a piece of dirt and house someplace
Yeah,
not
I
here
would
in
like to live
Kentucky.
up in the mountains away from people.
Be a Hoymat. Yeah, you could do that. I was thinking, maybe Arizona, New Mexico, out towards the desert ish. I like the desert. I mean, you don't get all the greens and that you get the fall
Yeah,
colors like you do here, the reds, the blues, or
that's
not
true.
blues, but the yellows, the oranges, when the trees change colors, and the vibrant greens of the summertime. But yeah, the
Right.
desert blooms. It's pretty, so it's gray most of the time. It's still nice.
That's true.
I'd be happy. Like Arizona, they have gold in the ground,
Oh yeah.
and it's a medical state to boot. So I mean, can't go wrong. There's two of my
Yeah.
favorite things.
Why not?
Yeah,
So we got
precisely.
we got about 5 more minutes. So you have a whiskey story, don't you?
I surely
Or
does.
bourbon or
A
something?
Maryland distillery and a California aviation company are teaming up to make the world's fastest bourbon. You hear that, Six? It's the fastest bourbon. They're aging the liquor in a Harrier jet traveling at 700 miles per hour. Scott Sanders, a retired U.S. Navy Rear Admiral, doesn't mean he gets it in rare, and owner of Tobacco Barn Distillery, teamed up with Art Knowles, a retired Marine Corps lieutenant colonel and owner of a California aviation company, to devise an idea for a liquor they dubbed a 700-mile bourbon. The main concept was born when Sanders and Nails were talking about former British Royal Navy Sea Harrier jet that Niles bought and brought to the United States to use in air shows. Sanders
Huh.
told him that his distillery is aging batches of rum below decks on a decommissioned warship. I said, hey, we ought to age some here in the Harrier. Let's put some in the drop tanks and let's go 700 miles an hour and see how the pressure affects the taste of the bourbon in the oak. Nails said, CNBC told him the 700 mile per hour bourbon begins with a mix of at least 15% corn plus rye that is fermented, distilled, placed in new charcoal barrels, and it needs to age for more than 3 years. And the plan is for the
Huh.
booze to spend at least some of that time flying in the Harrier jet. The world's fastest bourbon had initially been scheduled to take flight in October, but the plans have been delayed, obviously, due to the pandemic. They can't get a mask that fits the jet. The men said they now have their set sight on April. The plan is to sell each bottle of 700-mile-an-hour bourbon for about $145 a bottle, with a
So have
portion of the
they
proceeds going to Simplify and the American Fund.
have they
This
had a chance to taste it? See if it tastes any different?
They didn't seem to indicate whether they had or not. I'm guessing
I'm
they have
curious.
to get flight approval with the FAA to fly booze. I'm guessing. I don't see why they would, but perhaps that's it. They have to fly, and with the current restrictions, they're not able just to take the Harrier jet up and fly it 700 miles an hour. Now, are they going to fly for a couple of hours at 700 miles an hour? Hell, 2 hours, that's 1,400 miles. They could go across the states, depending on gas, in just a few hours at that speed. But it would be fun.
That's interesting. I'm just wondering if it's going to taste different, if it is going to change the,
I'm not
way it is.
sure.
That's an interesting thing. We'll have to keep an eye on that one too.
It would be neat to check, but yeah, feel free, everybody, to send us some money and we'll get a bottle of it and share with y'all. It's only, was it $200 a crack?
I wouldn't know if it tasted any different or not, because
from regular bourbon as compared, slow aged.
We'll
bourbon,
let
just
all
sitting-
y'all, that like to drink whiskey. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
hey,
bourbon.
6, let us know.
Or, yeah. Yeah,
That's
I'm
funny.
not a big, no. Nope. Nope. Oh, me.
I've been to Maker's Mark Distillery, and they gave us, was it Scotch? I think it was Scotch, maybe, that they had made, some Scotch whiskey that they made and gave us some. And I swear, I think I would rather have licked the bottom of a pair of shoes than I would to drink that stuff. Oh, ugh. Nasty.
I used to
Not
sneak
even
my
fun.
dad's whiskey and bourbon and gin and whatnot because he would hide it in various places in the house, and it wasn't one. It was gross, but I mean, I would do it because when you're a kid, you just kind of doesn't matter what it tastes like. If it gets you like buzzed, then who cares?
You drink it, exactly. Well, now I've never been able to acquire a taste for gin. It's just some.
It smells like pine trees.
I think I'd rather drink pine trees.
It's just gross.
Ugh,
I don't know.
Not good.
Hey,
seeing how we've got just a couple of minutes left, real quick, if you don't mind. From midnight to dawn this week, you guys look towards the east. If you have clear skies, the Leonid meteor showers are going on. The new moon on the 15th guarantees dark skies, especially in rural locations. They're supposed to peak on Tuesday the 17th, but you can always catch them early. You can expect 10 to 15 shooting stars per hour. Usual rules for meteor watching apply. Go to a dark place, set out your chair, bring a blanket, kick back, and just watch the sky for the celestial stars.
We'll see y'all next Saturday at 5 o'clock Eastern Time.
Peace out, y'all. Come back and see us again, man. Real soon. We squeeze that in just